Let's see. All right, folks, we are live. You know, it's always so funny to me how I turn my camera on and it's just like immediately on, like 2 seconds. Boom! Jesus. It's like no freaking warning. All right, I had this whole thing set up for the introduction and I just wasn't ready. All right, let's see if this works. It's kind of bootleg, but let's do it anyway. Let's see here. Take the camera off. This is low budget. Alrighty. Yeah. Focus in there. Oh man, I really wasn't ready. Oh, all right, here we go. Yeah. 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 Okay. So basically, apologize about that, folks. I still don't have this whole thing configured to, you know, put an intro on like that, and you probably couldn't even see it. I was waving the camera around, but yeah, one of these days I'll get that all set up, but I've been pretty busy, so I haven't had time to fiddle with the software to actually have intros and music come on and all that fancy stuff. But anyway, I don't know how good this looks. Right now I'm looking at it on my computer. It looks like total crap. Hopefully the quality on this isn't as bad as it looks on my laptop. Last time it was pretty good, so. But anyway, I just thought I would go live because I woke up this morning kind of with a heavy heart. It's probably not the best word for it, but I shot a wedding yesterday, another wedding, because that's what I do. And it went pretty well, you know, as they normally do. But as I was shooting, I was thinking to myself, man, I'm really freaking tired and I'm really running around like a madman. And one of the reasons that I run around like a madman is because I bring a lot of equipment with me. Right now I'm shooting this live stream with the JVC LS300 as I normally do, and that's a bigger cinema camera. You know, it has the audio handle on it. It's quite long. It's not as small as a DSLR. That's a cinema camera. And then I typically take a second camera with me. I got this G85. I've been taking this with me. Sometimes I take a GH4. I got that Canon M50 too, you know, and you know, I've done some videos on the Canon M50 and whatever, and I wound up getting this too because I want to kind of compare the two. And I have like so many videos that I've already shot. I just haven't had the time to edit them, comparing those two cameras, but that's coming. But anyway, let's just kind of show you really quick. Let me just kind of pan the camera down if I can without breaking stuff up. Let me just show you my equipment bag. Ignore the mess in my office. Just ignore that. Pretend you didn't see it. All right, so let's just go a little wider so we kind of see that. And that's just to give you an idea of some of the stuff I bring. You know, here's one of my main tools. Here's my monopod. I use this like 90% of the time, right? And I've done a review on this. I put a card in the video, so if you want to check that out, you can. And I usually have two of these like cheaper light stands in here, and then underneath it there's another tripod. There's a Davison Sanford tripod. I've done reviews on that too. And right now the JVC camera that I'm shooting this with is on a Magnus tripod that I also bring with me. So I have two tripods, monopod, two light stands. There's two of these lights in there with this big ass battery on the back. That's another problem too. I don't know why I got this giant battery. I don't know what I was really thinking. Basically, I had this battery, which is a lot smaller. It lasts for about 3 hours, and they were starting to die on me and only lasts about an hour. So I figured I need a replacement. And I said, you know, go big or go home. Go big or go home. And that was a bad idea. I probably should have got one that was in between the two of these instead of this big one. But it lasts forever. And then there's a bunch of lenses in there. I don't know, there's probably like 5 lenses in there. And then I got another shoulder bag that also has lenses in it. You know, I'm shooting right now with the Saramonic unit. So there's another transmitter and a receiver pack that go along with this. That's always in there. This spare little on-camera mic is in there. There's a gimbal, and I mean, that's enough. You get the point. Let's get the camera back to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get that. Oh, yeah. Let's get that there. That's about right. All right, hopefully I'm in good focus. All right, so you get the point. So I have a lot of stuff. That's just some of it. And then the JVC battery, the JVC camera has like these giant batteries and stuff, so that's kind of heavy too. So anyway, what's the point? What's my point right now? My point is that yesterday as I was shooting, before the ceremony, I was setting up these 2 cameras. I was also like mounting this little action cam to a tree. You know, I'm setting up recorders. Boom, setting up this recorder to the DJ's mixer. Then I'm setting up 2 microphones, 2 lavalier microphones on the Groom. And then I'm setting up another microphone on the Efficient. It's just so much setup, and it's so much stuff to bring. And I'm wondering, should I really be bringing all this stuff with me? I mean, should I really be doing this? Is this overkill? Because I'm starting to think it is overkill. It's just I've done quite a few weddings at this point, and I just know that if you don't have backups running, you get yourself into trouble, especially when it comes to audio. So I just try to have like a lot of audio going. I try to have multiple cameras going. And the thing is, I have no assistant. I typically shoot solo. That's another thing. So I'm bringing all this stuff by myself. And yeah, I think I may stop. You know, I don't know if you guys watch, for the wedding videographers out there, I don't know if you watch Matt Johnson or Craig Adams, and you watch their YouTube channel. I think Craig Adams is Wedding Film School, and I think he has his own separate channel too, but I just follow Wedding Film School. And who is Matt Johnson? They both have great channels. They do great work. You know, and they share a lot of tips on how to shoot weddings and whatnot. And their equipment, I mean, they come in, they got some real serious equipment. I think sometimes they might be carrying more equipment than me, I think, really. But at the same time, one thing I notice about them is they typically don't shoot solo. So I got to keep that in mind. You know, you try and keep up with the Joneses and get like a bunch of equipment and do stuff like that. But if you're shooting by yourself and you got to lug all this stuff around, I just don't know if it's the best idea. So one of the things I'm talking about in this video is like how to reduce your equipment. I'm just doing this live right now because I'm just talking out loud. I was thinking about it this morning when I woke up, and I've been awake for a while. And I was going to do this as soon as I woke up, but my freaking office was filthy. And I just didn't want to go on camera with all this crap behind me. And I didn't have my thoughts together. Whatever. Who cares? But I'm thinking, here's my thought. Because I also have this little tiny light. Are people talking here? Anybody watching? We got one person. That's great. I suck. Anyway, so hi to the one person. So I got this little tiny light. This is from JVB Gear. And I thought to myself, this could be a replacement for one of the bigger lights that I have. Just keep this on the camera. This little tiny light that fits in your pocket. Just keep this in your camera. And actually, Aperture makes a light just like this that's more expensive, but I bought the cheaper version just to see how it works. I'll do a review on this a little later. I'm not sure how well this works yet because I was having some problems with it and I don't know if it's defective. So we'll wait and I'll do a review on that. But I figure get a small light like this, get rid of one of the other lights, keep this one on the camera, take out a light stand, just go with one light stand instead of 2 because now I got a light on the camera and then just a light that's, you know, in the reception area or whatever, just out on itself, by itself. So that's going to reduce what I have to bring right there. And then I thought to myself, I've been thinking, and this is a hard one, and this is where I want people to just kind of chime in and comment. Should I be shooting with 2 cameras? I like shooting with 2 cameras because for editing purposes, especially for the ceremony and even the reception, like when they're doing introductions, having like a nice wide shot it's just nice to have something to cut to. Because if you don't, then your transitions are not as nice. So I don't know. I was thinking about that. That might be a way to reduce what I'm bringing. If I just had 1 camera, then I would only need that 1 camera, less batteries, and also less lenses. So that would reduce the weight of all this stuff that I'm bringing in. Because I'm all over the place with what I'm talking about. But one of the other things that's going on is my body is getting torn up from carrying all this stuff. It's heavy. And, you know, my forearms hurt at the end of the night. My back hurts. You know, I'm just in pain. So I got to start thinking about this and getting really serious about it, because this may not be a good solution anymore. So just kind of throwing it out there. Just wondering if anybody else out there is kind of going through the same struggles as you're, you know, solo shooting. Are you coming up with, you know, these ailments in your body? And here's the other thing, because you're setting up so much stuff before the ceremony, before the introductions, how much stuff are you missing in between? How many candid moments are you missing between the bride, the groom, between the bridal party, between the guests, because you're too busy setting up 3 cameras and all this audio and all this stuff? I got to figure out a way to do this quicker and more efficiently. So like I said, one thing is the light stand. The other thing is I bought this damn gimbal to like kind of keep up with the Joneses. And as you can see, it's just a smartphone gimbal. This is Zhiyun Smooth 4. And it's actually pretty cool. It works pretty well. I didn't want to get like one of the bigger gimbals for one of my smaller cameras, just because of the expense of it, and just because I know you got to balance it a little bit and all that. And I just figured it would really slow me down. But the funny thing is, even though this is a smartphone gimbal and it's so easy, just put the smartphone in there, turn it on, and boom, it just kind of works. This still slows me down, because at one point I'm shooting with 1 camera, and then I'm like, oh, let me get a tracking shot. Let me walk behind him and do this fancy crap. And then I put down my 1 camera, and I'm putting the damn cell phone in the air, it's flopping around, and now they're kissing and they're doing cool stuff. And then by the time I get it ready, they already finished doing everything. All the candid stuff, I just missed it because I was fiddling with this crap. So I don't even think I'm gonna bring this anymore. I think I'm done with this. It's just when you're a 1-man band and you're doing everything, you gotta minimize this stuff, man. So I think the gimbal's done as well. I don't think I'm gonna use that anymore. I don't think I'm gonna invest in a bigger one either. I just don't have the time to set it up. I don't know. Guys, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. I don't know why I even went live. I'm just talking out loud. But anyway, so that's about it, guys. If you have any thoughts about minimizing your gear, like what do you guys shoot with? Who out there also solo shoots events or weddings, specifically weddings, but even just live events in general? What are you bringing? Are you just bringing a monopod and your camera and maybe an audio recorder? Like, how are you handling it? How are you handling the backup audio? What do you do? What equipment are you using? I'm just curious, man. You know, I don't have all the answers. I'm still trying to figure stuff out. I just know that my body's falling apart. And I feel like I'm driving myself freaking insane on the wedding days because I'm just doing way too much. I'm doing way too much. So that's what it is, folks. I'm stressed as hell. And my Yi Action Cam, I don't know if you can see this. You probably can't see it. Let me see. See that? It's cracked. I dropped it yesterday at the wedding during the reception because I was doing too damn much, right? I'm setting this up, I already had 2 cameras set up, right? I had one on a monopod. I had one on a tripod. The G85 was on a tripod. I had the JVC on a monopod. Then I'm trying to set this up on my light stand, fiddling with it, and then it fell on the floor. Serves my ass right. Doing too damn much. And now it doesn't work. So, yeah. All right, that's it. I'm leaving. You guys, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, because I do videos like this all the time. I vent, I bitch, cry, I moan. One of these days I'm probably gonna cry. But anyway, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Links for some of the stuff that I talked about are below. Some of the stuff, there'll be some reviews on some of it coming up. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. There's no easy way for me to stop this. Let me see. I wish I could just cut it off right then and there, but I can't. So now it's whack, because how do you stop this thing? God damn it. I could just turn off the camera. That's what I'm gonna do.